ये स्टार्ट कर दिया। Hello and welcome to another session of Traplan webinars. And my name is Devansh Kalra, and I'm your today's host for the session. As you all know, that we're running exclusive deals for Southeast Asia Summer Special, and for that we'll be covering three of the most important destinations of Asia, which are Bali, Vietnam, and Singapore. And for that we have like three of our destination experts. Mr. Sufia Rahman from Bali team, Mr. Gaurav Verma from Vietnam team, and Ms. Priya Sharma from Singapore team. Right. So, how is everyone? How's everything going?
All good, Devansh.
I'm good, Devansh. How about you?
I'm also fine, Devansh. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good as well. Thank you for asking, guys. And looking forward to a great session. And many of our agents I can see are already waiting in the waiting room just for the session to start. Right. And let's begin the session. And Sufyan sir will be sharing the screen just now. Right. So yeah, Sufyan, please take it away. And hoping to have a great session with you all.
Sure. Just give me a moment. I'll share the screen. Hi guys. So I believe you guys can see my screen, right? So I'll go to the Bali page. I'll be hosting Bali for now. So as you all know, Bali is
आप प्लीज इसको लाइक एक काम करिए फुल स्क्रीन पे कर लीजिए वहाँ पे वो एरो बना हुआ है
just
ना राइट
yeah.
या
All right. So as you all know, Bali is a tropical area. Bali is a part of Indonesia, basically. So Bali is one of the largest visited destination in Indonesia, right? We all know that the best time to visit Bali is April, May, June, and even October and January. Although it's an all year round destination, but April, May, October, and January, October till January is considered best because the monsoon is not there. The weather conditions are very pleasant over there, right? Uh, we do have some fixed departures also for Bali. Just to go. Yeah. So again, Bali is a destination where couples can go, families can go, honeymooners can go, and even people go for anniversaries. We also host groups for Bali, like corporate, MICE, etc. So, but if you talk about specifically couples and families and honeymooners, these are the three, three type of audience which usually go for Bali, right? Uh, Again, so why do we book Bali with Travelan? So we have 100% all of the properties contracted directly in Bali. Let's say we have 60 plus properties in Kuta and 60 plus properties in Ubud. Right, so all of them are contracted directly. We don't have any third party or suppliers through us. If I talk about ground support, we have an excellent ground support. We have a team sitting over there, our own vehicles. Again, if you talk about our own vehicles, uh, some DMCs what they do is they use a few vehicles, like one or two vehicles, and with those vehicles they handle multiple customers in a day. We don't do that. What we do is we keep one vehicle, one driver per customer, so that the customer doesn't have any problem in terms of flexibility, in terms of one point to another point they want to travel, so they can easily travel because the driver is actually waiting at the spot for them. Thirdly, for all the honeymoon couples, they book private pool villa through us. We provide them a floating breakfast complimentary. If I talk about top sightseeings, so Nusa Penida, basically, again, Nusa Penida is an island which is towards east of Bali, right? In Nusa Penida, we have 3 or 4 beaches approximately where we take the guests. It's a complete day tour which starts from Sanur Harbor. Again, if I talk about Kintamani tour is in Ubud. If I talk about Ubud basically is the one of the major attractions of Bali, where the actual Balinese culture, actual Balinese food is there. So Ubud basically is an experience where inside jungle you will be getting private pool villas, some luxury and ultra luxury properties. So Kintamani tour basically lies in Ubud, wherein Kintamani is an area, and inside Kintamani there's a mountain which is called Mount Batur. So it's basically a volcano erupted mountain. People usually can trek over there also, right? Then we go to Tanala Temple, Uluwatu Temple. These both are, I think 16th century old temples. So Tanala Temple basically is towards south of Kuta, and Uluwatu is in north of Kuta, right? So again, if I talk about Bali packages start with 4 nights, 5 days, and 5 nights, 6 days, and 6 nights, 7 days. So most selling itinerary is 5 nights, 6 days, but we do provide 4 nights, 5 days as well. If I talk about 4 nights, 5 days, that itinerary basically contains 2 nights stay in Kota and 2 nights stay in Ubud, right? And again, as it's mentioned over here, you can see over the screen, the prices it starts from $150 per person. So if you want to book a 4-nighter itinerary, $150, which is very cheap. We provide 3-star properties, again direct contracted properties, right? 5 night again starts at $190 per person, and 6 nights again $250 per person. If I talk about 6 nights itinerary, then we usually do is 4 nights Kuta and 2 nights Ubud. So 5 nights again, 3 nights Kuta and 2 nights Ubud. That contains the 5 nights itinerary. I think we'll take over to Vietnam. Mr. Gaurav will be sharing Vietnam details with you.
Right. So thank you so much, Sufyan. मतलब I think बाली के बारे में आपने काफी important information बताई है, right? And for everyone in this stream right now and everyone in the chat, guys, आप लोग अपने questions prepare कर सकते हैं जो भी आपको सुफियान या फिर गौरव या फिर प्रिया से पूछने होंगे, and they'll be more than happy to answer those questions, right? And yeah, and then here we have Mr. Gaurav Verma, who will be covering the Vietnam
Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone. So
Yes.
first of all, welcome to this seminar, right? So I'm Gaurav Verma, handling Vietnam's operations for Trafplan as of now. So for Vietnam, if we talk about best time to travel, so it is from March to July and September to December. Although a destination is famous for year-round travels, right? So if we talk about Vietnam, so it is available throughout the year, but the best time to visit is from March to July and September to December, because the season is spring and autumn, which is very good for the travelers, right? So if we talk about मतलब Vietnam is for whom, किसके लिए है? So couples can visit Vietnam. You can have a wonderful honeymoon trip to Vietnam. You can have a family trip to Vietnam with your friends and family, and honeymoon, anniversaries, and people also go for destination weddings in Vietnam. So group tours are also very much famous in Vietnam, right? So why book Trafplan? Why book Vietnam with Trafplan? So first reason is we have around 100 plus properties directly contracted with us, including hotels and cruises. So we have all categories of hotels and cruises contracted with us in Vietnam, in North, Center, South Vietnam, if we talk about the major cities. And also if we talk about the Phu Quoc Island, which is in the south of Vietnam, there also we have good 3-star, 4-star and 5-star properties available with us, right? Second thing is, in Vietnam, the major concern is food, right? So we have Indian food chains contracted with us, right? So they provide good Indian food to our Indian customers. And if we talk about Indian food, then here I'm not talking about only vegetarian meals. I'm talking about non-veg meals also, whether you want halal or jhatka food, or if your client needs Jain food in Vietnam, then also we can cater to this requirement, right? And also the most important reason for booking Vietnam with Trafplan is our on ground support. So unless and until your guest is happy with the trip, then everything is okay, right? So for on ground support, it is very important to ensure the smooth operations throughout the trip, right? Talking about the top sightseeing in Vietnam, so आपने सभी ने सुना होगा, if you have मतलब research something about Vietnam, so Halong Bay is one of the major sightseeing there, right? There are 3 kind of cruise in Halong Bay. One is day cruise, in which you go from Hanoi to Halong in the morning and come back to Hanoi in the evening, right? So, and if we talk about 1-night cruise or 2-night cruise, then you will have a stay in a cruise, you will stay overnight on a cruise, you will have all inclusive plan in the cruise. And also for cruise also, we have multiple contracted cruises with us, which provides Indian meals to our guests, right? Which is good for Vietnam trip, obviously. If we talk about next thing, next major sightseeing is Bana Hill Golden Bridge. Everyone must have heard about it. So this is the bridge, the photo is over there. So this is very famous. What people do is they go from Da Nang or Hoi An to Bana Hill, and they go via cable car and come back via cable car and spend some time over the bridge. This is a beautiful natural construction over there, very beautiful construction over there in the midst of nature, right? Hanoi City Tour. Hanoi City Tour gives you a glimpse of the Vietnamese culture you will visit multiple cathedrals over there. You will visit Temple of Literature. You will visit their monuments and some lakes in Hanoi City too. There are two famous things in Hanoi City too, which is Hoa Lo prison. The prison is very famous in Hanoi. And second thing is Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. So that is also very famous. So Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is one of the famous museum there in Hanoi, right? Kuchi Tunnel is a sightseeing in which what we do is we go there, we visit the tunnels which were made by the Vietnamese soldiers at the time of World War II with the Americans. So they fought for around 10 years being within the tunnel, and they fought very well and won their independence fight, right? Going to next page. So if we talk about what packages we are offering in Vietnam, so we are offering 3-night packages, 5-night packages, 7-night packages in Vietnam. So if we talk about 3-night packages, so in 3-night package we offer Hanoi, right? So 3 night people stay in Hanoi, and if they want to do day cruise or overnight cruise, it depends upon them. We can include both of the itineraries in 3 night. And in 5-night itinerary, we can include the North Vietnam and Central Vietnam, or if you want, we can include North and South also. So Hanoi and Da Nang, or we can do Hanoi plus Ho Chi Minh City, right? So the starting price for 3-night itinerary is 150 USD, and for 5-night itinerary it is 300 USD per person, which is very cheap. If we talk about flight cost, then flight cost is around 25,000 or 20 to 25,000 for return trip, and domestic flights will cost you around 5 to 6,000. That is it. Thank you.
Right. So thank you so much. Right. So thank you so much, Gaurav. And to brief us about Vietnam, right? And अभी again Vietnam के लिए आपको कोई भी questions हैं travel agents, आप please chat box में डाल सकते हैं, right? And अभी Vietnam के भी questions answer कर दिए जाएंगे, right? So now we have Miss Priya Sharma, who will be telling us about the Singapore destination, right? And yeah, Priya, hi, let's take it away.
Yeah, hi Devansh. Okay, hello everyone. So starting with Singapore, the best time to visit Singapore is from the month March to June. Yeah, the end of the March and May, June. These are the peak times because the weather is too good. You know? Singapore, the most prominent problem which people face is that it's quite rainy over there. But during this period of time, the weather is too good. It's sunny over there, a very little rainfall is there, and yeah, it's pretty clean. Moving forward, who all can go to Singapore, right? So couples, families, honeymooners, anniversary peoples, and all kind of groups. So people do go there with their kids, you know, because there are so many sightseeings which are kids friendly. Then people for their honeymoons go there because they can celebrate their anniversaries over Merlion Park, having a beautiful Singapore city view with the river alongside. And of course, groups. People do go there with the groups. The bigger companies go there for their offsites. And other than that, also people from all over the world is coming to Singapore. Moving next, why one should book with Traflan? Yeah, that's a very prominent question that everyone wants to know, right? So first of all, we have contracted properties. We have contracted properties in 3-star, in 4-star, in 5-star, and it starts from a very minimal range to all kind of ranges that we can provide, along with the good quality food, which is veg, non-veg, international cuisines, and in some hotels we also have Jain meals, right? Second is we provide you 24/7 on-ground support, which is very important because Traflan team, we always focus on services, and our main target is that your client is always happy at the end of the trip. Then on the third part, we have amazing sightseeing in Singapore, which is very rare in Southeast Asia. Yeah, they are very different from other destinations. For example, moving forward, Devansh, can you? Yeah, okay. So the sightseeing that we provide is Universal Studios. Universal Studios, as we all know, is Southeast Asia's first and the only Universal Studios. It has 24 rides, 6 different themes, your Disneyland, your 4D Marvel, your Jurassic World, and whatnot. Kids love it. And not even kids, even the adults, they do enjoy a lot over here. We have Sentosa Island as well. In Sentosa Island, we provide a huge number of sightseeing, starting from your cable car to your Trekkie Museum, Sea Aquarium, Lugan Sky Ride, Mantosaurs. Sentosa has it all, right? Then we have Garden by the Bay. So as you can see in the picture itself, it's so beautiful, right? Garden by the Bay is a replica of the national flower which Singapore stands for, that is orchid, right? It's very beautiful in the evening. There's a light and sound show that take place over there. Then we have 2 beautiful domes, which is the Flower Dome, and the other one is Cloud Forest. In Flower Domes, we have beautiful flowers, and in Cloud Forest, there's very nice, waterfalls along with the Avatar theme that's going on. Then we also have Night Safari. In Night Safari, we take our guests to a zoo kind of thing, wherein there's a tram ride. You see varieties of animals. Basically, these are the nocturnal animals which are awakened in the evening time during night time, right? Next, we have our Singapore packages. So our Singapore packages for minimum 4 nights, 5 days, which covers almost all the sightseeing, all the top 5 sightseeing, that is Night Safari, City Tour, Garden by the Bay, even Marina Bay Sands observation deck, then your Sentosa Island. It starts from 660 SGD per person. And then we have 5 nights and 6 days package as well, which starts from 740 per person, and it also includes all of the major sightseeing with some different inclusions. But yeah, that's how we have good support in Singapore, right? And it's an amazing place to go and wander around. Thank you. Devansh, you can take over.
Right. So, yeah, thank you so much, Sufyan, Gaurav, and Priya for explaining us about all these destinations. I hope हमारे travel agents को बाली, सिंगापुर और वियतनाम के बारे में काफी नई चीजें पता चली होंगी और कैसे हम कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग करके हमने रेट्स रखे हुए हैं, right? So I would request everyone in the meeting or the in the जो ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं, you can ask your questions in the chat box and our destination experts will be more than happy to just उनको answer करें आपके, like they're here for you, right? So yeah, waiting for your questions, everyone. And I think we have a first question here. So the question is, do we have any combinations of Bali and Vietnam packages?
So yeah, basically,
hi.
So basically, we have a few packages which we can customize as well. So the packages are ready made, but they are not put on our website, right? If anybody has a query regarding Vietnam and Bali together, so we can provide that. Why? Because it's very feasible, because the flight from India is not directly to Bali, right? So most of the flights, especially the Vietjet Airlines, it has a layover in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, right? So once there is a layover, so people actually can opt for at least 3 nights or 4 nights stay in Vietnam and then go to Bali, because any which ways they are going to Vietnam for a layovers. By just adding 3 nights, they will not have to pay any extra cost for the flights, and they can club a package and they make both the destinations within a week. So yeah, that is available.
All right. So the next question is again, जैसा आपने अभी पूछा, बताया आपने कि मतलब बाली की कोई डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट नहीं है. So पहला अगला क्वेश्चन वही था. Do we have any direct flights from India to Bali? And if not, how should Bali packages be booked along with flights?
So basically, people usually travel through Malindo Airways or Vietjet Airways. Other airlines which goes to Bali are again not directly. There's a layover in Malaysia, there's a Kuala Lumpur, then there is a layover in Singapore. Sometimes there is a layover in Thailand as well, which is Bangkok. So both, it depends on the airline. So if we are going via Thailand, it's Thai Airways, and again Singapore Airlines if we're going via Singapore, and Malaysian Malindo Airlines, which is again via Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, right? But the cheapest one of all those is Vietjet, which happens to have a layover in either Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. So these are the only options through which we can go to Bali. Approximate cost of tickets, flight tickets, round trip, if I tell you, that would be somewhere around 50,000 or 55,000. So we do have a fixed departure as well, wherein you guys can, we have pre-purchased flight tickets of VJet Airlines. So if someone has any query, they can definitely land up with the queries. We have better price rate, approximately 20% cheaper price in terms of flights.
Right. So the next question is, do we provide a guide in Singapore while traveling? Ms. Priya?
Yeah, so basically, Singapore is a very densely populated city, right? And there's everything available over there. In the case of City Tour, we do provide guide, but in rest of the cases, we always have a on-ground support team over there, which can always help you in terms of any problem if you're facing. But for other sightseeing, there's no as such requirement for a guide or because everything is available, everything is so prominent over there. One can easily travel and there won't be any problem. Yeah.
Right. So the next question is also a very interesting one. सुफियान, एक एजेंट ने पूछा है कि अगर हम बाली और वियतनाम का एक साथ अगर हम बुक कर रहे हैं, या बाली और सिंगापुर का अगर हम एक साथ बुक कर रहे हैं, राइट, तो हम लोग SGD में पे करेंगे या USD में पे करेंगे?
So अगर हम बाली और वियतनाम का एक साथ पैकेज बना रहे हैं, then we will definitely have to pay in USD. Again, Indian agents, they have to pay in INR. Definitely we will be paying to our respective country partners in their local currencies, but overall all our Indian agents, they'll have to pay us in local currency in India, which is INR.
Right. Okay. So the next question is for Priya. Do we have any cruises for Singapore, या सिंगापुर के पैकेजेस के साथ क्या हम क्रूज देते हैं, या उनके साथ क्या हम मलेशिया का पैकेज भी दे सकते हैं?
So the answer is yes. Of course, we have two good cruises over there. One is Genting Dream Cruise and the other one is Royal Caribbean International. And we have direct contracting with both of the cruises, and we can even combine the packages. For example, there are people who take, 4-night Singapore, then 3-night cruise, or maybe 2-night cruise for people who want to keep their trip short and not that long, right? And cruise is totally a different experience. It's a very niche product, and when combining it with a land package, it's amazing. And same goes for the Malaysia as well, as we do provide Malaysia packages along with Singapore. People can travel via flight, or even we provide coach, which is buses from Singapore to Malaysia, which through which people can easily reach in like 6 to 7 hours, and it's very cheap as well. Yeah.
Right. So the next question is for Vietnam. वियतनाम में हम कौन-कौन सी सिटीज में डील करते हैं? क्या हम सिर्फ नॉर्थ वियतनाम करते हैं या हम सिर्फ साउथ वियतनाम करते हैं? गौरव?
So hi Devansh, thank you for the question. So in Vietnam हम 4 major cities करते हैं basically. In north it is Hanoi. So Hanoi में हम Halong Bay cruise भी देते हैं, और Hanoi में if they want to go to Ninh Bình, so Ninh Bình also we provide. Ninh Bình is just 2 hours away from Hanoi. Halong Bay is just 3 hours away from Hanoi. And if someone wants to visit Sapa, so Sapa also we provide. It is around 7 hours away from Hanoi. So in Sapa, we don't provide day sightseeing. We provide 1 night stay with sightseeing in Sapa. So in Ninh Bình, we can do with only day sightseeing, day tour to Ninh Bình, right, from Hanoi. And if we talk about center of Vietnam, so in center of Vietnam, Da Nang, Hoi An, and Hue, we do all 3 major cities. And in south of Vietnam, we provide Ho Chi Minh City, which were the capital for South Vietnam earlier. And there is one island, Phu Quoc Island. Everybody knows about it. It has world famous beaches and very good environment over there. It has Vinpearl Safari and many more sightseeing, 4 island tours. So we provide Phu Quoc package also to our travel agent. So whatever you need in Vietnam, we can do everything you need.
Right. So the next question is कि एक फैमिली को अगर सिंगापुर भेजना है तो आइडियल आइटनरी क्या होनी चाहिए?
So the ideal itinerary which you can suggest your clients is basically they can include a night safari, they can include a city tour, they can include Garden by the Bay, Sand Sky Park, which is Marina Bay Sands Observation Deck. Then they can include Universal Studios, of course, and Sentosa Island as well. So it's a combination of 5 good top-notch sightseeing which a person can cover in 4 nights very easily, because all of the Singapore flights land mostly in the morning time, right? And they have full-fledged days to cover all these sightseeing. Yeah.
Right. So next question is for Bali कि हम सबसे like हाँ luxurious properties in Bali. Like I think Go My Travels wants to know. Yeah.
So basically, luxury property, there are multiple luxury properties. If I talk about Ubud, we have a direct contract with Maya Ubud. It's one of the luxurious properties, and an average per room night cost there is $700 per night, which includes breakfast. If I talk about Kuta area, then Kuta area we have luxury properties like 5-star options. We have like Pullman Bali. We have Kuta Heritage Beach Hotel, which is again a 5-star property. We do have some resorts in Nusa Dua again, like Nusa Dua Beach Hotel and Spa, wherein not to mention respected Prime Minister Mr. Modi actually stayed in that property. So it's one of our finest property in Nusa Dua, which is very close to the. It's actually on the beach. So yeah, we have multiple other properties again in 5-star. We have at least 15-20 properties altogether in the mix of areas like Ubud, Kuta and Nusa Dua.
Right. So I think like these are all the questions that our travel agents wanted to ask, right? So thank you so much, Sufyan and Gaurav and Priya for joining in this session. And हमारे travel agents को definitely आज destination के बारे में थोड़ा और better पता चल गया होगा कि हम क्या deal करते हैं, कैसे deal करते हैं, right? And for our dear travel agents, as you all know कि हम लोग अभी South East Asia के special summer packages हम लोग अभी deal कर रहे हैं, right? जिसमें वियतनाम, थाईलैंड, सिंगापुर, बाली and मलेशिया हम लोग ये 5 डेस्टिनेशन के स्पेशल पैकेजेस हम लोग अपने पेज पे दिखा रहे हैं. सो डू गो एंड जस्ट चेक आउट द प्राइसेस एटलीस्ट. आप एक बार कोट लेकर देखिए, आपको प्राइसेस का डेफिनेटली डिफरेंस समझ आएगा कि हम लोगों ने कितनी अच्छी कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग करके एंड कितने अच्छे प्राइसेस हम आपके लिए लेके आए हैं, राइट? सो या थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर जॉइनिंग इन एंड प्लीज any closing remarks from our speakers, Sufyan, Gaurav?
Thank you all. First of all, thanks for giving us your valuable time. We look forward for growing our destination with you, along with you, like Vietnam, Bali, Singapore, whatever destination you want to go. You can definitely reach out to TravPlan, and we definitely will try to give you best of the prices and best of the services.
So thank you everyone. This is Gaurav. So with a thanking note, I would like to assure you all one thing. If you want to visit Vietnam, and as in India, if you have little knowledge about Vietnam, so you can always reach out to us at TravPlan, reach out to our team, reach out to me for any clarification and for better satisfaction and better deliverables to your clients. Thank you. Book TravPlan, book Vietnam with TravPlan for 4 to 5 reviews, right? Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Devansh, for hosting a very wonderful, presentation for our agents. And apart from that, we are looking forward to a wonderful responses, wonderful requirements from your agents. And yeah, do book with TravPlan. Thank you.
Yeah, so we have this another question in chat, like I think वो miss हो गया था. So बाली के लिए अगर किसी like एक ग्रुप को भेजना हो या फिर सिंगल्स को भेजना हो, तो आप कौन सा पैकेज रिकमेंड करेंगे? क्योंकि सिर्फ कूटा और उबुद, I think we deal with Seminyak and other destinations as well in other cities as well.
So basically, I'll tell you, Kuta basically is an area which lies in Denpasar city. Denpasar city is a huge city. So Kuta, Ligyan, Seminyak, and Canggu, these are the 4 areas again in which the city is divided. So Kuta, Seminyak, Ligyan, and Canggu, all these are associated with each other, like it's adjacent to each other. So one of the persons staying in Kuta basically have an access to malls. The one staying in Ligyan can have access to market and great nightlife. Seminyak again is very similar to Ligyan, where we can have an direct access to beach and again nightlife. If I talk about Canggu basically is kind of a remote location where most of the clients, not from India but from Australia and Europe, prefer to stay because little offbeat and some contemporary hotel stays are there, right? If I talk about suggested number of nights for a couple, again it's 5 nights 6 days, wherein we provide 3 nights stay in Kuta and 2 nights stay in Ubud. Ubud may basically people go for relaxing in a private pool villa property and just leisure plus some small sightseeing. Again, if they want fun packed itinerary, we definitely would provide you about ATV rides, rafting, then some trekking as well, right? Shopping festivals are going on there usually. Again, monkey forest is there, so multiple things to do in Ubud. But usually people prefer to stay relax in their property, private pool villa property, because Bali is a honeymoon destination and people prefer to stay in private pool villas to have a cozy time.
Right. So I think this is it for the session. Thank you again for to everyone for joining in. Right, and please hit the like button and the subscribe button to just don't miss out any updates on TravPlan YouTube channel. Right. So yeah, thank you so much, Sufyan. Thank you so much, Gaurav, and thank you so much, Priya, for joining in and giving an amazing session. So yeah, we'll see you next time, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks.